All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS who rule well, and also honor and salutation to those of you who are of the hopeful elect out there teaching the word in sincerity and truth. All right, so today I want to talk about something quick, something that was came across my mind at camp, and wanted to talk about it a little bit. So as we all know, if you don't, you need to start paying attention a bit more. But as we all know, this world as it is getting ready to come to an end. We're getting closer and closer to it. Things are revealing themselves. Prophecies are coming to pass. Brothers are seeing chariot sightings. So more and more, the Lord is showing His handiwork. Okay, and we are also a part of that handiwork. We are I'll say a block of wood that's being whittled down into a fine work of art, and I was thinking of this. I said, as we get closer to this thing, it's going to get, more and more is going to be expected of us, Again, as we always say, matter of fact, I'll go here. I'll start at 16. This is Romans 8 and 16. It says, "The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together." Right? So in that glory, we're getting ready to be the kings of the earth, the rulers of the earth. And the Lord has to make sure that we could be trusted with such a responsibility. So more and more is going to be expected out of us. And I mentioned this in the last show, but this is kind of the basis of what I'm going about now. Is we have to make the cut. We have to do our best to make the cut. And I started to think of this time. I was in 8th grade, and we were trying out for the junior high basketball team. And there was dozens of us, man. It was a whole gym full of kids, and the coach let everybody know that there will be 2 cuts. There'll be a first cut. A bulk of people will be gotten rid of, and then to be a second cut, so that he could have the final 12 to 15 kids that were going to be on the basketball team. And this what I'm talking about reminded me of that, because when there's a large group of players to choose from, it's easier to remove the pieces that you don't want. It's only when the group gets smaller and smaller, when it gets more and more difficult to get rid of the things that you don't want, because now everybody's pretty much as good as one another, and this is why they've made it this far. And now you start to pick on minutia, right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can spell that word. I'll Google that. That's a good word. Minutia. See if that's it. Yeah, there you go. I spelled it wrong, but minutia, the small, precise, or trivial details of something, right? So now any little thing can have you cast out, man. because the group is getting smaller, and more is being expected of us, and any little thing can get you out of there, man. And I mean, I feel it. I feel it. I feel the pressure, and I hope that I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one who feels that pressure. We have to fight to. I read a quote at one time, and it spoke about it spoke to self-discipline, and the quote, just to paraphrase, said something like, you have to be harder on yourself than anybody else would be on you. And that spoke to self-discipline and being able to discipline yourself to do the things that you need to work on, because at the end of the day, I posted up a show that one of the brothers in our camp did about pretty much not being dead weight, and he mentioned the scripture, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, and that's true. At the end of the day, man, you by yourself, you're by yourself, and granted, we are a body, we are a group of men that are together with the same common goal, with the same desire to be delivered. But at the end of the day, when you lay down at night, it's just you. Even if you lay down with your wife, it's she don't know the pressures that this truth brings. So like I said, as we get closer and closer to this thing, the finer details are important, and I thought of a whittler, someone who takes a block of wood and carves it into like I said, a work of art, a statue of some sort, right? In the beginning, when he's whittling that wood, there's big pieces and big chunks of wood coming off that block, but then he gets into the finer details, and you see like little smaller pieces now being cut out of the wood, and you would think that these things aren't significant, but they play a large role in the detail of that finished work. So I'm gonna go to this other word here. Excuse me. Did I read this? I'm saying I'm trying to click on it. I'm on it. Shalagia. So this is the word whittle. It says carve wood into an object by repeatedly cutting small slices from it. Right? Pare, shave, trim, carve, shape, model. Carve an object from wood by repeatedly cutting small slices from it. Right? And this is the point we're at now. Where now we're getting into the final detail of that finished work, the fine lines. For those of you who might paint or draw or anything like that, that you have like the body of the art that you're creating, but then you go back and you start doing little fine details, and it makes the picture pop. So I found this video of this guy carving wood, and I wanted to show it. And here it is right here. This is whittling. And as you see right here in the beginning, it's just big pieces of wood being carved off. You look at all the shavings around, right? This is a semblant of, that first wave of Jake. As a matter of fact, let me go here. Since I said that, what's this scripture? What is that scripture? Seed, wayside. I don't know if that's right. Receive seed by the wayside. I think this. Let's try it like that. Yeah, here it go right here. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna read the parable. Actually, I'll read it. This is Matthew 13:18. It says, Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside. But he that receives seed in stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it, yet hath he not root in himself, right? So let me look up this word anon. I'm going to show it really quick. Play it real quick.
Strong's G 2117. Euthus.
All right. Which means straight, level, straightforward, upright, true, sincere, straightway, immediately, forthwith, right? So what that's saying is, as soon as they heard the word, they received it right away, right? I'm in this truth. I believe in this thing. They even might, get up in the face of a Edomite that come out to camp and talk some shit. But then, a year go by, 2 years go by, you look around, you don't even see that dude no more. And I remember when Adama and I started to go, Elder Adama and I started to go out to New York. There was a lot of people out there, man, in the beginning. A lot. I mean, that corner used to be packed with people just out there, just to hear the word. You might have some of them in the audience. Hey, what's your YouTube channel name? What's your channel name? And that now you never see them. You don't see them anymore. I can remember all those faces of all the people that I looked around at and saw, and they're all gone. And that's what you see here. These bigger chunks that's easy. They stick out like a sore thumb, so you just remove them, right? Because you're really not getting into any detail yet. You're just trying to get the shape you want, right? Right, so now you look, right? And you start to draw, and he's getting little more details. Still don't know what it is. I know what it is. You can see it over here too. That's what he's referencing. But as you see, the wood chips that are coming off are getting smaller and smaller. Right? So he's gonna keep going. I want to show you something. He started really getting into. Now he's drawing, getting into the finer detail. And look, you see, like, these ain't big chunks that are coming off. These are just little pieces here and there. Little small pieces coming off now, So likewise, now that we're getting closer to the finished work, if you will, it's not going to take much for you to be removed, man. And it's a scary thought, man. It's a scary thought. Matter of fact, since I said that, let's see. I hope I got that right. Yeah, Hebrews 10:31. It says, "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power," and I deliberately scare myself in this way, where look, it ain't gonna take much for the Lord to cast you out, nigga, and it gets your mind in the right place, get your mind in its right frame, because the Lord, it ain't gonna take much to agitate the Lord now at this point, because that grace period is coming to an end, man. That time where we had to get right is now coming to an end. We know what we have to do. We know what we should be doing. And now it's going to take less and less. You're going to start seeing the elder apostles get more picky. You're going to start seeing the elders of the camps getting more picky. We're getting ready to get out of here, man. We on the home stretch, man. I was talking to my lady earlier today, and I don't know if it was countrywide, but I know statewide, the computer systems for the registry was down. You couldn't get your car inspected. You couldn't go to the registry to get any like documents renewed or anything like that. And what people don't well, people may or may not know. I haven't done any research on it, so I won't touch on it too much. But anybody who's getting their license renewed this year on is going to be issued a real ID, right? Which is one step closer to the RFID chip. And this is why that system, this is why I believe that system was down for a couple of days. But like I said, I haven't, gone into it too deeply yet, but this is just my hunch that, that real ID is the reason why they shut the systems down. They had to, make changes to the softwares and all those different things that make the registry run, so that they can prepare themselves for this new way of doing things, So like I said, as we get closer and closer to that, it's not going to take much, man. It's not going to take much. And I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it, that we need to, raise the bar. We need to get better and better and better. And I'm saying this, I'm saying this to me. I'm saying this to me. I'm hoping that it admonishes someone, at least one person. But I'm saying this to me, man. We on our way out of here, so we got to get tighter and tighter. So I got another couple of scriptures here. I'll go here first. Let me see. I gotta go to another one of these. And go here, and then go here, and then scroll down, and then go here, and then go here, and then Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon 4, and where do I want to start? Right. I'll start at 8. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 8. It says, "For honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time, nor that is measured by number of years." Right? Because that's how we that's what we consider to be wisdom and age, or wisdom and knowledge, is someone who's old. But someone who's old doesn't mean that that they possess wisdom. Okay, but it says, "But wisdom is the gray hair unto men, and an unspotted life is old age. He pleased the Most High, and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated." Right? It says, "Yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind." So it says, "He being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time." And that's what we have to ask for, that the Lord in this short period of time makes us perfect or suitable. You see? Because, let me see what we got here. Let me keep reading. That was the point I wanted to get to, but I want to keep reading. It says, "For his soul pleased the Lord, therefore hasted he to take him away from among the wicked." And that's what you got to ask for, man. For the Lord to take you away from the wicked. Start thinking at a higher level, man. Start behaving at a higher level. Okay? Verse 15, it says, "This the people saw and understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and his mercy is with his saints, and that he hath respect unto his chosen." Right? And that grace and that mercy is running out, man. It's running out. The Lord is getting ready to close this thing up, man. Just like he did when you think about the story of Noah, right? When he sealed up that ark from the outside. That's what's happening. That the door to that ark is slowly closing, man. And once it's closed and the Heavenly Father has in that ark who he wants in that ark, there ain't no getting in. So you gotta make sure you make the cut. All right. So let's see. This is the last one. This is the last one. 1 Peter 4:19 says 4:19 or 18. It says this, and if this is 1 Peter 4:18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Right. So let's look up that word scarcely.
Strong's G 3433. Malis.
Okay. And it says with difficulty, hardly, not easily, i.e. scarcely, very rarely. So in other words, the chances you are very slim. Have much work. So again, we got to make sure that we make the cut, man. We got to make sure that we get in this final detail, that's being carved out. This is amazing, man. That's some talent right there, boy. I can draw a little bit, but this shit right here, this is another level. It's crazy. This is just a visual example of what the Lord is doing to us. Getting down into the edges and creases and detail, man. Look at that, man. That's amazing. That's crazy, boy. That's nice. Yeah, man, this is what's happening right now. The Lord is getting the final detail. There it is. The last little detail. Now you know what you can see what it is now. It's incredible. And you look over here to the side too, right? You look, there's different size knives. You got some kind of in the way. You got the bigger knife, now he's getting to the smaller one. It's nice, man. It's nice. Alright, so that's it, man. That's all I wanted to talk about. Hopefully that was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS who rule well. And also honor and salutations to those of you who are of the hopeful elect. With that, I say shalom.